Hi, everybody. It's John with The Simplest Biz about the pallet business, how to run it, how to set it up, who these businesses are, what pallets go where to find them, how to get exclusivity on the deal, how to do this without employees, without storage, do it in short order on any given day of the week or every day of the week. So that's the training I teach people about. But in this video today, I want to go over a few things. Okay. One, how to run this business in multiple locations. And this applies to me right now because I moved from Birmingham just recently, the last few weeks, down to near Mobile, Alabama. So I didn't want to give up the business in Birmingham. I didn't want to sell it. I'm too close to my customers. But I did want to keep it running and create another passive income stream. And down here near Mobile, where I am, I wanted to get some more accounts down here as well. So I would be operating out of two separate cities with the pallet business. And that was as simple as having an individual that I've been friends with for a long time, Daniel, operate some of my all my accounts up in Birmingham. And of course, I'm getting a cut in on the deal, and then start up stuff down here as well. Okay, so I still didn't have to give that up. And that could apply to you. If you ever wanted to build this type of business up and move to a different area, you can make that happen and start it up in two different locations. In addition, we have brokering, which I teach in the training, the Simplest Biz training, which would show you how, even if you didn't move, how to do this in multiple locations, passively setting up deals where you're not actually even moving the pallets from point A to point B, so you're not restricted to your area. You can do your whole state. You can do this. I can do. You can do the Southeast. I have clients in different parts of Alabama where I have brokering deals as well, and a couple in Georgia on top of that. I mean, I literally could do something in California, but there's so much of this you don't have to venture out so far. So I wanted to go over that aspect of it to where, understand, this doesn't keep you confined. Let's say you own a brick and mortar of some type, a Subway as an example. Well, I mean, a lot of times you're chained to that Subway at a certain location. You got to be there to operate it. This is a business model that, one, you can run passively, have someone else do the work if you choose to do it that way, or you can easily, since the back side of this business, it's called the Simplest Biz, moving pallets from point A to point B, once the deals are set up, can be taught to a family member or friend or a business partner to actually operate that in one city where you can expand into another. So, all right. So that's the first topic I wanted to cover and make sure you guys understand. I'll be sharing some additional stuff as I look into the pallet situation down here near Mobile and share some of that on the channel as well. But something else came out. I moved just recently, just a few weeks ago, and I'll just kind of give y'all, shooting out the window. Got a new house, and I love the view. I don't know if I can stretch the camera that far, but we got a little golf course with a green right across the lake here off the back side. That's made it a lot of fun to watch some of the golfers, and hopefully I'll get out there and do some of the golfing myself on this course. But that's a side note. Just starting up in a new area, though, is going to be fun to share with you guys some additional info on this area as well. But while I was unpacking, and the reason I brought that whole issue up, I was unpacking the other day, and lo and behold, I come across my first truck back in 1998. And I want to tell you a little story about this. It was a pickup truck. When I first discovered that, I didn't have a flatbed. I think I counted up, there's about 16 on each stack. I could actually go up to 20 each stack, 4 stacks of 20, and get 80 pallets. And it was a little ridiculous. I only would do that when I was going a few blocks from supplier to buyer. But I call this the old gray ghost. And I got that thing for $800. And I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to, for every dollar I spent on that truck, I wanted to make 80. I wanted to make like 100 or 1,000 times what I paid for that truck, and I kept it simple. I could have gone to a flatbed in short order, but I wanted to squeeze every dollar I could out of that truck, and I did run it. I ran it ragged by the end, but it made me so much money, and it kept this business model simple. And it also, which is very important, forced me, since I didn't want to go traveling all over, from one side of town to the other with these pallets. It really allowed me to focus on tight radiuses from point A to point B, which is the key to this business and key to keeping it simple. And I'm a big fan of keeping it simple, and low overhead. Can you get a flatbed? Have I gotten flatbed since? Absolutely. And it really helped me out. But when you're starting out, let this little, a truck just like this, or a trailer, or even a box truck, which isn't ideal. This truck wasn't ideal. I could get a lot more on a flatbed, but I worked with what I had, and it was low overhead, low entry to a business. And I'm always looking for that type of business. I always had been until I found this. This matched up with what I wanted. I had this, I made use of it, and I ran it and ran it and ran it. And, you do a little bit of math. Just this load here, this is like, 65 pallets, I think. 64, no, there's 3 on the bottom, 67 pallets. Times $5 a piece, 350 bucks, right? On a little load like this. And I would just stack many of those loads up on any given day with this truck and bounce around a little small area. And then as my business grew and I got all squeezed out all the money I could out of this truck, I graduated to a flatbed and then another flatbed, and I was even with a truck and a pickup truck and a trailer for a while until I realized I don't want to back up a trailer because I'm not, I don't know how to do it well. I never could get the concept. Some people are great at it. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. The old gray ghost, while I was unpacking, I came across this picture from back in '98 and how this all began and what it's grown into. So think about that with yourself. If you're looking into this and you're taking it seriously and you see what I've been doing and it interests you, there's no reason you have to go hog wild and buy some massive truck or anything like that, or a trailer, or you don't need a CDL for this business. You don't need employees. You don't need a warehouse because your suppliers are your warehouse. Keep it simple. It's called the simplest biz for a reason. Now, the simplest part comes when, like I said a little earlier, picking up pallets and delivering to another business once the deal is set up. That's simple. You can teach anybody to do that, even for you. And there's ways to protect yourself to where there's non-compete forms and stuff like that. If you're worried about somebody taking your business, you can have a non-compete as come into play, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're spending more time, actually free time, or finding other clients as well, or you're brokering. But keep this business simple, but learn your stuff that you need to learn. That's why I supply this training. There's a lot of ways of going about this the right way and ways of helping these businesses out the right way. And I want to teach you all of it, where you can get that exclusivity for supply and really serve the suppliers and the buyers in the correct manner, so you can develop a win for you, win for the supplier, win for the buyer, all at the same time. And where it becomes recurring revenue week after week after week, and everybody's happy in that configuration. Okay, so I wanted to share those two things with you. I know it's still a mess in here. I'm trying to set this little bit of the office up. I got a little recording aspect over here, a small Pro Tools setup that I'm going to get together over on this side. Even it's a guest room. There's another den across this way. This is it's the guest house, part of the property, and it's kind of fun to get out here. My wife, I'm loud and my wife can't hear me out here, so I plan on doing quite a bit more videos and sharing a lot with you guys in the next few months. And I apologize for not being on here a lot in the last few weeks. It's been a lot of moving, all right, a lot of moving parts on top of it. So I will see you soon, and thanks for tuning in. Oh, go to thesimplestbiz.com if you have any more questions or want to set up an appointment. And you'll get some additional emails and information about us with that. Thesimplestbiz.com. I'll have the link in the description below of this video. Okay?